guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Justin Davis from Drone Camps RC, and I just want to say thank you to Runcam. Check out runcam.com below. They sent us these super cool Runcam 2s. I'm going to put those on this plane. We have a Gladiator XL here. This is a 60-inch wing featuring two 5,000 milliamp 3S batteries. It has a ton of flight time on this thing, so we'll have plenty of footage to show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a showdown between the Mobius, the Legend1, and the Runcam 2. I've also got, just for testing purposes on here, an Owl Plus. I'm going to show you some of that DVR footage from my Fat Sharks. So I'll let the Fat Shark run and record. We're going to go out to the field, but first we're going to do some little demo in here for you and show you how the Runcam 2 actually hooks up to your smartphone. Gives you a live Wi-Fi feed from the Runcam 2, and you can change a ton of settings in this. So as compared to some of the other cameras we've been using in the past couple years, this one is quite a step up from what we've been using before, and it's a little bit shorter in length than the Legend1 by Foxeer, so it's quite a bit shorter. So you can get this on smaller quads, and we'll go ahead and weigh these too. We'll give you a weigh-in on these cameras, the Mobius, the Foxeer Legend1, and the Runcam 2, coming right up. Okay, let's go ahead and get started with the weigh-in. This is the Runcam 2, and I have it set to grams here. So it's looking like 50 grams on the Runcam, and that's including the battery inside. It does have a removable battery in there, so if you want to have extra batteries at the field, years past flying with the Mobius, once the Mobius is done, we're done recording for the day, unless you have an extra Mobius on hand. So nice thing about this is that it does have extra batteries that you can buy for it. So we'll go ahead, we'll weigh the Mobius. And the Mobius comes in at 40 grams, so that's quite a bit lighter than the Runcam 2. Now the Foxeer Legend1, that one's weighing in at 51 grams, so just a little bit heavier than the Runcam 2. I thought it would be actually quite a bit heavier, but it's not. So that's pretty surprising given its larger size. I guess the battery in the Runcam is probably a little bigger. So in this test we're also going to show you some footage at 1080 on the GoPro Hero 3 over here on the wing as well. So we'll show you quite a bit of footage. We'll show you the Legend1, Foxeer, the Mobius footage, and a Runcam 2 footage, and we have two of those here, so we're going to go ahead and put two of them on the wing when we go out and fly. So now let's take a moment, let's go ahead and hook up my smartphone to the Runcam 2, and I'll show you how you can stop the video and change your different resolutions on there, your frame rates. You can also go from PAL to NTSC as well, so I'll show you all that, and I'll show you how to connect to the Wi-Fi on the Runcam 2. Obviously a very impressive box when you get this in the mail. I haven't seen boxes quite this nice for sports cams. That's pretty nice, especially for the price. Again, go ahead and pull the Runcam out of there. It's in a nice little foam padding. Great for shipping. So here's the user manual. You can go through this and it has all the different settings in there, how to work the Wi-Fi and whatnot. We also have the accessories box here, which it comes with some pretty cool stuff. Your mounting plate, and then another, looks like another sun protector in there, so that's nice. And there might be a little leash in there as well, if you want to leash it off to the plate in case it, so it doesn't fly off into the grass. But I requested the orange one because if it does fly off, I'll have an easier time trying to find it in the grass than my older cameras. I used to actually take these and paint these orange, these old Mobius cams. So nice that these come orange or black if you want. I'll go ahead and show you what's the rest of this accessories pack. A couple more cables here. And your FPV cable here if you want to run some video out of the Runcam and do some FPV with that. You definitely can. That's pretty cool. I'm not going to get super deep into the specs on this. If you want to check out the specs on this, you can do that below. So I don't want to make this a 25-minute video, super long. Another FPV cable, and really nice thin straps with this. The biggest deal about the Runcam for me is the fact that all of these cameras, the way they're made, they all seem to put the buttons in the middle. and most of us are using zip ties or we're using Velcro straps around these. And so a lot of times when I go to strap it on, I'm either pressing the record button or I'm pressing the power button, or something's getting pressed. Those are always in the way, it seems. So the nice thing about the Runcam is that the buttons are in the back. If you do run a strap across this, it's going to be right across the middle, and you'll still be able to get to your buttons. So when they designed this, they really thought about the way they designed this for FPV pilots. And it already has the sunshade on there a little bit, so that's kind of nice. The back side removes and exposes the battery, as well as where you put your mini SD card. So one thing that I did notice about this was that this has a lot of spring load action in here. So when you take that out, make sure you're not outside in the grass, because you're probably going to lose this mini SD card. And you have your charging port here, as well as for doing your firmware updates. But I believe you can do the firmware updates in the app, so that's pretty cool. I'll take this battery out real quick and show you. There's a little tab on here. You can pull on that. Almost like a GoPro style battery. But that's pretty nice, because they allow you on runcam.com to purchase extra batteries. So take a couple out to the field. Always have a charged extra with you. That's pretty nice. So now I'll set this down. I'll go ahead and turn it on. We'll get the Wi-Fi hooked up to the smartphone, and I'll show you how this works. Okay, this probably has to be the coolest feature about this camera. You can also start recording manually if you just want to hit the power button, hold it down, turn that on, and then you hit the power button again and it'll actually start recording your video. Press it again and it'll stop. So let's go ahead, let's turn it on by holding down a couple seconds. And it powers up. I have the Runcam app open. This is in the Android store and I believe an Apple iOS store. Go ahead and download the Runcam app and open that up on your phone. The next thing you want to do is hit Wi-Fi, and that'll start the Wi-Fi on the Runcam. So give that just a second to load up. Set that down. And now you're going to go to the settings in your phone, and you're going to go to your Wi-Fi settings, and you're going to look for Runcam. So go ahead and select Runcam. And once you select Runcam, you're going to put in the password 123456789 Once you've done that, you can go back to the app. So you go back to Runcam here, and now we're going to click on connect your camera. Long press the power button for 3 seconds to turn it on. We already did that. Next step, hit the Wi-Fi button. We did that. Now connect your camera's Wi-Fi. Did that too. So now it's going to search, and it'll find it because we're already connected. You can see the Wi-Fi button blink. So now we're on. Now you can see the display here. And I can show you some of the cool features. Huge record button there. You can't miss that one. You can go full screen here. And I don't know if you can see this, but up in the top right hand corner, you can see the battery status. So this one needs to be charged up just a little more before we take this out to the field. But that's nice that you could see this, and it is pretty real time. There's not a ton of lag in here that I saw. Not bad at all. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go back to the interface here. I want to show you some of this stuff. We'll talk about resolution first. And you can change, I'll come a little closer. You can go up to 1920 by 440 at 30 frames. Or you can do 1920 by 1080 at 60. So I want to shoot 60 in case I want to do, or you can shoot at 120 at 1280. That's not bad. So we're gonna actually shoot. Let's shoot in that 1920 by 30 frames per second. Okay, we'll check yes. So I've selected that 1080 and I'm at 30 frames per second, you can see there. The next thing is the slow motion button there. Click that and it tells you on the screen. Nice display. Over here it shows you your time code. Up top there's some really cool buttons up top. White balance, you can set it to auto white balance, sunny day, cloudy day, incandescent, and if you click on those, it'll actually tell you fluorescent on screen which one you have selected. So that's pretty neat. So I'm going to X out of that. You can also change your exposure values here. If you have a cloudy day, you want to make it brighter. Field of view, this is nice. So you can go wide, you can go medium and narrow. So depending on your setup, if you don't want to see your quad landing gear side to side like on a Phantom or something. Okay, now let's go over to the metering mode. You can change from wide there to center to spot metering. I won't go into that. And this little airplane looking icon over here is pretty cool. This flips the image. So if you have your Runcam on the bottom of something, kind of always a little bit annoying to have an upside down camera view and have to flip it in your video editor. So you don't have to do that with this. You can just flip it here and then you can start recording. So that's pretty cool. Also down bottom here, check this out. Video mode, photo mode, time-lapse photo, burst, and back the other direction we have time-lapse video. So this has a lot of different modes in there, and I do like that a lot. Let's go into the settings up top. Click this little gear wheel. It'll take you into a few different settings in here. Auto sync time, date stamp. That's kind of nice if you want to date and put a date stamp on your stuff. You can turn on the audio on and off here. And you have your power supply frequency. You can change that from 50 to 60 hertz. And also TV mode, you can change NTSC to PAL if you want to do that. Your Wi-Fi settings, you can change the name of your Runcam 2's Wi-Fi setting, and you can change the password if you want. Make it simpler than 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 0. Down here, you can format your micro SD card. Pretty easy. I have a 4 gig card in here. I do not believe it comes with a micro SD card, so you're going to have to provide your own. I would get something down at the local Walgreens or something. Also, it says the firmware version down here. And I believe this is something you can upgrade maybe in the app. Not 100% sure. If you know about that, let me know. So that's about it for the settings, guys. I'm really excited. We're going to go out, take all of this stuff out to a private farm location. I'm going to put both of these Runcam 2s on the wing, as well as the Mobius and the Legend1. So we'll shoot all of these in 1080, just to be fair, even the GoPro 3 here, the Hero 3. And I'll show you some DVR footage from the Owl Plus. And that's a really nice setup there. I'll see you out at the field. Okay guys, I have the car loaded up. I have 7 cameras on this plane back here in the back seat. And we're gonna do the shootout. Let's go out to the farm and let's get this plane in the air.
This is really good.
I told you.
Put me on that area over there on the left.
This is going to be the perfect place for the Runcam Showdown. We just keep driving up and up and up. Okay guys, we're here and I think we just arrived at FPV heaven. So it's a little bit overcast today, but we're gonna fly anyway, and it's good because it's gonna show you how well these cameras perform in low light. And we're gonna fly the Foxeer. We're gonna fly 2 Runcams. And we're also gonna fly the old school Mobius. So we'll show you the footage from each one as we're flying around. And we'll get the showdown started. Okay guys, we have all the cameras on there. We're gonna do a flight test. First we're gonna do a surface check, up, down, left, right. We're good to go there. Throttle check. Always want to do that. Everything is running on here. All the run cams, Mobius, Foxeer Legend1. Let's give it a quick hand toss. We have a nice headwind right here, so the clouds cleared up quite a bit. Let's do this. Here we go. Plenty of power. Got black and orange stripes on the bottom of the wing, and I've got some black and white on top. Makes it really easy to see in the air when I'm doing line of sight flying with it. I'm gonna cut the motor for a second, see how it glides into that headwind we have there. Dropping a little bit. I do have a ton of weight on here, so hopefully you can see the gorge out there. Should be some really epic footage for us today. We've got 2 run cams on board. We've got a GoPro up front. We got the Foxeer Legend and the old school Mobius cam. Not sure which version of the Mobius that is. I think it's just the 1080 version. I don't know if there's any other. I don't think there's another version of it. Looking really nice up there though. The sun came out. It's really, should be nice. This is FPV heaven, you guys. Welcome to FPV heaven. Stuart might know what version of that Mobius is on there. What version is that? Do you know? Just a Mobius 1? Mobius 2? So anyway, we're recording in 1080 at 30 frames a second. No big deal. Should be pretty nice up there. Do a little dive at us real quick. 0 throttle. Just cruising. And the trees can be deceiving down there in this little valley below us. Wow, this is really nice. We first came out this morning about 11 o'clock. It was pretty overcast. Now it looks like we just have big cumulus. This should be great for the showdown. I'm gonna flip back and forth from each camera so you can see. Try to level out there a little bit. We don't have any stabilized gimbal on here, so the video might be a little bit shaky, but you can deal with it. It's okay. It's a great location. Just cruising. And I'm flying line of sight, so I don't want to go too far out. But with this scenery, I really don't have to go too far. Just up a couple 100 feet. Just cruising. Let's go for a nice loop. Might come to a flyby in between this little valley. I'm at 11.5?
Yep.
Okay. We're at 11.5 volts, so I'll probably bring it in a couple minutes. Think we have a couple minutes? Okay. I'm gonna dive bomb this little valley right here. Come in right by us. Hey, how's it going, guys? Gotta watch those trees there. Come up a little bit. Line of sight, it's kind of hard to tell where the trees are, so it's got to be a nice view over there. Wish I had the goggles on right now, but doing this for you guys first, and then we're going to do some FPV later. You got noise on the overlay?
Yeah, you can take a video there.
Okay.
Auto-related.
So probably going to go ahead and come in now. We've been flying for a few minutes. Should be plenty of footage.
You're 11.1.
11.1 loaded, so once we back off the throttle a little bit, it'll have a little more voltage. Wow, this is absolutely gorgeous. We're out in the country in Oregon on a private farm doing this test and quick review of the Runcam 2. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed the flight. It's absolutely epic out here, really nice. So I'm going to circle back around and I'm going to come in for a landing. Probably just going to do an approach first and then come back in for a second run. Might be able to land if I can get it to slow down enough. Oh yeah. Here we go. Just gonna go ahead and bring it in. There we go. Thanks for hanging out, guys. This has been the Runcam Showdown. Hope you enjoyed watching. I'm Justin Davis. I'll see you on the next one.